Anthony Bourdain's Kitchen Confidential changed my entire outlook on the culinary world. If you've been living under a rock your whole life and you don't actually know who Anthony Bourdain is, well, he's a famous chef known for his personality, his many TV shows, and of course, his incredible food. Or at least that's what they say, because I've never had it before. But Bourdain can remind you of any typical famous chef that you can think of. A guy who swears a lot, loves food more than any normal person should, and even does some drinking and drugs time to time. And this book really doesn't hold back, as it really displays all aspects of Bourdain's life and what really led into his career of becoming a successful chef. And despite already being an acclaimed chef when this book came out back in 2000, it really is what shot up his career and really gave him the fame and success that he's known for today. But beyond his career and even this book, Bourdain was really known for his impact on how food was perceived and how culture fits into food throughout the entire world. Bourdain really did create a shift in how people perceive food, through emphasizing that food and sharing that food with others really is a way to step into someone else's shoes and really begin to understand someone else's culture. This really shows through Bourdain's courage to always try something once. No matter how strange or different it might seem to him, he was never afraid of trying a new food and really experiencing someone else's culture and their background. And though Bourdain really did have that no BS attitude that a lot of other chefs have, you really can, through this book, see his true passion for food and culture, and truly just wanting to make the whole culinary world a better place through his food. Oh, and Bourdain also hated vegans, like to an obsessive level.
You know, why vegans
are
the enemy of everything that is good and decent and must be hunted down and destroyed so their genes don't pass on to future generations. It's because if you can't enjoy even a nice, stinky, runny, ripe cheese like this, you may as well kill yourself now.
This book is known for a lot of things, but one of the main things is the true portrayal and unfiltered version of the entire culinary world and what really goes on behind the kitchen. And this is all shown through Bourdain's rocky path throughout his career, where we get to see him work in so many different kitchens with so many different people on so many different tasks. And really get to see all the things Bourdain gets to experience and really get to see a kitchen is not what it seems like. We get to learn that chefs really are not as professional or elegant as they seem. Rather, most kitchens are pretty invasive, crazy, and sometimes even violent. We also begin to realize that most of these kitchens aren't filled with well-mannered, well-taught culinary student graduates. Rather, it's mostly ex-convicts and the type of people you'd expect to see on the street of New York, not serving you your delectable meals that you love to enjoy. And though this might be old news now, back in 2000, Anthony Bourdain was really one of the first chefs to really expose what's going on within a kitchen. And it's generally so much fun just reading through his experiences, all the different kitchens he had to work in, the psychos that he had to deal with, and overall the challenges that he faced and persevered through. It's super unique and interesting finally getting to hear a chef give his unfiltered and raw experiences of working within a kitchen. It really is an opportunity that is indispensable and you can learn a lot from. As if you're not a chef like me, or if you don't work in a kitchen, there's still a lot of life lessons and things you can learn from Bourdain's experiences. For instance, Bourdain claimed that if a chef's workstation is messy, then this will also lead to them having a messy mind. And this can really relate to anyone's lives. As if your work desk looks like it's went through a tornado, guess what? Your mind's probably gonna be pretty messed up and you're not really gonna be able to think straight either. He also emphasizes and really admires hard work. He sees when a chef puts the extra hours in or works through an injury, and he really does remember those things. And through reading through his experiences, you'll really get to see what hard work looks like. As even when Bourdain was working at dead-end restaurants with terrible co-workers and terrible bosses, he made sure to always put the work in with no complaints, making sure food was his number one priority. And this really comes down to my final point of, it would be so easy to pinpoint certain parts of Bourdain's career and call him a failure. Times where he was working dead-end jobs, or worse even jobless, where he was losing motivation and addicted to heroin. In today's society, it has become so easy to just point at someone and call them a failure or a disappointment because they lack instant success. But Bourdain's career wasn't an instant success at a young age. He made a lot of mistakes and it was an overall really cluttered path where he ended up chasing a lot of the wrong things. And honestly, through reading through his experiences, it feels as if he had failed a lot more than he actually succeeded. But despite that, no one looks back on Bourdain's life and career and thinks of him as a failure. They look at the successes and where he ended up. As through all those mistakes, Bourdain never lost that passion for serving food. I mean, he took junkies and turned them into men, never complained about work no matter where he was in his life, and always put food before anything else. And that's because that was his passion. And he found that passion and stuck with it through his whole life, never letting that one thing go. This was the main thing that really stuck with me throughout this book. Bourdain didn't pursue his career for the fame. Rather, he did it because it made him feel alive. And it was the one thing that always kept him going. This book and Anthony Bourdain's life leave a long-lasting legacy that will never be forgotten. And don't get me wrong, just like Bourdain's life, this book isn't perfect. I mean, some parts leave you conflicted and really wondering what Bourdain is on about. And even 25 years later, some things just simply don't hold up as they once did. One thing is for sure, Bourdain was always an advocate for stepping into someone else's shoes and trying to understand their background and their perspective, really forcing the reader to step into someone else's life with experiences they haven't experienced themselves, and how they can connect these experiences back to their own lives. And those are really the main things I took away from this incredible book. And there really is a lot more that you can take away from this book, from all the antics that he gets himself into and all the experiences and things he gets to learn throughout his life. So I recommend everyone, no matter where you come from, where your background is, and if you're a chef or not, to really go out and read this book. That's all from me, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And if you want to hear more about different books that I'm reading, stay tuned.